So always think about it. I can teach you all these great things. I can show you where Lances was. I can show you that they traded routes. I can tell you who the Moors are. I can do all these things. It's just all proof things out of history. But this is not where your story's going to start. Basically, your understanding of your culture and who you are is not going to start from that. It's going to start from civil rights and slavery. So I think it's very important to teach you and show you why it's important that you, especially as a youth, you are the voice of the community. First, in social studies class, all those videos and pictures of people getting hosed down and having the cops beat them and having dogs bite them, they're all kids. Originally, the organizations asked the adults to do it, but the adults didn't want to do it because they're in jeopardy of their livelihood and their jobs. So the kids stepped up. The kids took that ass beating. The most important thing about that is the kids took that ass beating and was willing to do that because they knew it was for the better good. Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks sat on the bus and refused to give up her seat for a white person. That was completely staged. Originally, it was a 12-year-old girl that didn't want to give her spot, and the NAACP and the churches decided that she wasn't strong enough of a symbol, so they planted Rosa on the bus and had her do the same thing to go to jail for it. The real person that actually challenged it and actually did it the first time was Claudette Coleman. She was 15 at the time, not 12. But you get the gist that it's usually the kids that go out and do the hard work, even when the adults don't want to. And because that young lady wasn't feeling that vibe, she started the whole bus boycott. Okay, Emmett Till, arguably the biggest reasons for the civil rights movement and the counter-civil rights movement. And that's because his lynching was documented socially, where it was widespread and everyone had a resource to see the tragedy it was. Trayvon Martin, his lynching was documented publicly, so it got to the public eye. And not only that, he was the main reason for Black Lives Matter movement and the anti-Black Lives Matter movements, whichever they may be. Bleeds Lives Matter and All Lives Matter. You gotta think about it. In the 1950s, they had white civil rights during civil rights. The importance of the video is to tell you that a lot of the ground movement and a lot of the stuff that happens in our community and a lot of the progress that happens comes from the youth. It starts from the youth, then goes up. And it's always been like that. So your voice is valid and it is important. And that's the #1 thing.